Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, my name is Muhammad Hazim bin Munir 1812911. So today, me and my group mates will be presenting about creative notes for our final assessment in UNGS 2011, UNGS 0011 Creative Thinking. So the method that I use for chapter 1 and chapter 2 is called mind mapping. Okay, what is the definition of mind map? Mind map is a powerful note-taking method that not only highlight important facts but also show the overall structure of a subject and the relative importance of individual parts of it. They are great when you need to think creatively and can help you to make new connection between ideas. Hence, it can also solve problems that we have. To use mind maps effectively, it is best to print your words and to use different colors to add visual impact and to incorporate symbols and image to spur the creative thinking. Okay, so as we can see here for the first chapter, the obvious one is I use a different color for every subtopic in this chapter. There are 4 subtopics in this chapter, so I use 4 different color to highlight what is the content of every subtopic. I also use different color for the words the words on the chapter, definition and concepts to attract the reader so they can read and find this note attractive. So next one is week 2 or chapter 2, which is the worldview and creativity. I use more variety of arrow shape to make sure that the notes doesn't look blunt. I also use the same technique, which is different color for every subtopic in this chapter, so that people can easily differ which subtopic is which. So I also only put important keywords to show what is the content of the subtopic. So when people read my notes, they can remember back what is the learning that they learn in the class. So I tried my very best to include everything from the chapter into these notes, and also put some picture here, like the brain picture, the pencil picture, the bulb picture, so that people will find this note attractive. So let's continue to my friends to explain about his notes on chapter 3 or week 3.
Okay, let's continue to my slide. That is week 3. The title is Thinking Style in the Lights of the Quran. Okay, based on these notes, I can tell to all of you that in Quran, we can solve anything with Quran. We can find anything with Quran. That the circle thinking style in Quran, I put in the middle, and around it there are inquisitive, positive, metaphorical, scientific, objective, and so on. So I can tell to all of you that everything is have in Quran. So we need to follow the Quran. Okay. To in thinking, back to Quran is must for us as Muslim. Okay. Then I will continue to week 4. That is ijtihad. So ijtihad, there, from my slide, I can tell that ijtihad is the final uh, conclusion, final decision that made by mujtahid. So they relate with many things to make conclusion about what they are discussed about what are the problems that facing the community. Okay, that's all from me.
So next I will present on the topic of week 5, 6 and 7, which on this slide, week 5 and 6, we are discuss about brainstorming, which I put a tree on on the on the slide as a root and of the main topic, and the branch is the four quotation rules. And it's quite simple, but it's really clear about the quotation. I also put the meaning of the brainstorming on the top of the slide, which all the reader can read clearly and understand about the meaning. For the next slide, I also made a mind map on how to use the best brainstorming. I choose this creativity because it gives people or the reader more comfortable to read, and the mind map looks arrangeable and smart. Uh, I think my design is quite simple, but the content is all there. The content is enough in this mind map. So besides, same goes to the next content, which is a common pitfall to avoid. Uh, I made it simple, but uh, it neatly arranged. It's very easy to read and assess the content of this topic, which all the reader easily to understand. For the slide on week 7, which is the topic 6 thinking heads, I made some group of head with all 6 thinking heads and it function. So love love shapes determine every single color, and I also state the function or the explanation about the head, which the reader easily to understand, and it a simple word. It look this slide look so simple, but for me it easy to understand about all this topic of 6 thinking heads, and easily to access all the content and type of every head.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohamad Haziq bin Abdul Rahman 1814849, and now I will present about creative notes on week 8, that is Scamper. What is Scamper? Scamper is an acronym that each words that is SCAMPER used to has its own meaning, and that it used to evolve, enhance the an old thing to a new thing. Yeah, that is the preface. And what about this poster, that creative notes that I have done about Scamper? I've used um, bubble mat, to represent the each of the words that is S. I've shown the blue color C, green color A, red color M, yellow color P, purple color, E indigo, and R pink color. I've used this method to make the notes looks easier to read. And why is it easier? And but it is full of details that you can I can read. We can read this on the poster. And I've put here in my mind map an example, color in gray, and yeah, and in the poster the example of scamper of phone. And in each words, SCAMPER, I've put I have put the example according to each words. Okay, and these points that I've learned as taught by Dr. Latif from the class is also based on the scamper for Ponder Education. Okay, that is all from week 8. Okay, now we move on to the creative notes on week 9 and 8. That is concept fan. Okay, what is concept fan? Concept fan is a way of discovering alternative approach to a problem when discarded all obvious situation, meaning that to solve a problem that we didn't use a normal or obvious solution, and we enhance our thinking to solve all of the problem. Okay, here in this concept fan notes, I use double bubble map, as it has many many branches of points that needs to be highlighted. There is definitions, elements, concept fan, what concept fan does, concept and ideas, example, structure of concept fan, concept triangle, and fan. And of course, it is who is the one that introduced concept fan. I use double bubble map as a creative element in this note because when we look at one point, we can know the further details of uh, the mentioned point. Double bubble map is not really easy to read, but it also just easy to read, but it also provide a lot of detail. Okay, I think that's all from me for this week 9 and 10. That is concept fan, and thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Amir bin Osman. So today I would like to present about my creative note. So the main technique that has been used to create my own creative notes is mind map. Okay, so the significance and the definition of mind map has been explained by Brother Hazim before. Okay, so as for my first note, in week 11 I use the flow map. Okay, and as for the notes of week 12 and week 13, I use the bubble map. Okay, so the first element that has been include in these notes is I use only a single words or uncomplicated phrase. Because of what? Because in my map, single strong words and short meaningful phrase can convey the meaning more potently. Excess and the excess word just cluttered a mind map. So the simple words can help us to remember the point or the subject more efficiently, because we are able to remember the words, and we are able uh, to remember the explanation automatically. Okay, the second element is I use the color, which is separate different idea. If you can see, color can help to show the organization of subject. It can also make your mind map is more appealing document, and help you to visualize the different section of your mind map for the future recall. If you can see on the screen, there is three different mind map, that all of all of this mind map I use different type of color in order to in order to categorize all the sections. Okay, as for this, as you can see, as for the notes of week 12, as for the definition, I use the orange color, which uh, categorize the definitions, and the black color as for the general type and the purpose, and the blue color for the purpose. Okay, the next element that I use for my notes is using cross linkage. Okay, as formation is one of the part of my map may relate to the another part, so I used to draw a line or the linkage, okay, to show that they are connected to each other. This will help you to see how one part of the subject affect another point of another subject. I think that's all from me, and that's all from all of us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.